All right, this is AJ. It's been a while since I made a video like this with me down here in the corner and stuff going on the screen. Um, but I wanted to go over a recent website that I created. And I created it really to have a resource for handymen and handy women to go to find what I believe to be some of the best information that's out there. And it all started, so I'm looking at the website right now. It's called imhandy.org. I bought the domain name and I started slowly building it out. But I started off with the handyman registry, and I'm going to just click on that because I see a lot of people trying to connect with other handymen and handy women across the country. So I figured this might make it easier for people to find out who's in their area. And then the second piece is by having your business listed on this site, it links back to your website. And by doing that, it gives you something called the backlink, which helps with your Google ranking. So that's kind of reason number two. But I'll just go over real quick. I sent out a Google form on one of the handyman Facebook groups. I got I don't know, 90 something people came back, and then I just kind of cataloged it into this area. So you can kind of go state by state and see all the different businesses that are listed here. And again, you'll see if people provided it, you'll see a link to the website, and this link goes back to your website. And again, it gives you that backlink. But after I did that, I was like, well, maybe I can try to put some other information on here that may be helpful to people. So I just started putting stuff in here, right? The first thing I went to is I created a site for estimating assistance because that seems to be a big deal for a lot of people. So I just, wrote up, I don't know, a sentence or two, but I was really going out and I was trying to find some of the best YouTube videos that I see out there that kind of go over estimating. And my idea is as I learn more about some of the better YouTube videos or some of the content or blog articles, then I'll share it here in kind of one spot. And then if I ever get really good at this, maybe we can rank it so the cream rises to the top. But for right now, I'm just putting in there what I know. And the same thing for other types of things, banking and bookkeeping. So for here, instead of just writing all this stuff out, I use some AI to say, hey, give me some different options when it comes to banking and bookkeeping for handyman business. And it gave me a lot of this, and then I just tweaked it a little bit. So just some generic advice. If you're brand new to this, you can do a little bit more research on certain things. But again, I really wanted to concentrate on some of the YouTube videos that are out there. You'll see a lot of Alan Lee stuff in here. Alan is a pretty prominent figure in the handyman business. His stuff is fantastic. But as you scroll down, just again, things that I found either from accountant's perspective, from a handyman's perspective, so on and so on. Same thing with marketing your business. So I'm putting these tabs in here as I think about them and as I have time to put different information in here. When I talked about the handyman registry, I talked about checking backlinks. Um, this is something like I said, if you're really interested in growing your Google rankings and moving up those listings, the backlinks that you have to your website are pretty significant. If you go and you click on a backlink checker, it doesn't have to be this one; it could be anyone, but you'll see where your website is. But then go ahead and type in one of your competitors, and you'll see they'll have hundreds and hundreds of backlinks. Some of them are legitimate, some of them are like BS. But the more backlinks you have, the better off you are. This is a quick video underneath that of how the backlinks on the Handyman registry will go back to your website. I just did a quick overview on that. And then I've asked a few people what they think the best resources for learning how to do different handyman jobs is. So I've mentioned it before. If you're not handy, this probably isn't the business for you. If you are handy and you just don't know a couple of things, then some of the resources that you see here, as I scroll down, I was always a big advocate of this old house. I like the way they do things. But somebody told me about this Teach Construction community, and this is really focused on specific jobs. They got some pretty good videos in there. I also like to follow Jeff on Renovision. He adds a lot of humor and practical background and experience to it. So another good resource. And then I have a few more, some of the prominent YouTube channels, some of the podcasts that are out there, different things on taxes. The tax topics really only pop up towards the end of the year. But if I've read a book or I've learned something, I'll be posting in there as well. And that's why I wanted to give this as an example. I read this book, 475 tax deductions, and it really helped me understand tax deductions and how it works because I'm really big on tax strategy and managing all the money that's coming in and going out to lower my taxable income as much as I can. And this book